right, so we're going to continue on with Baker Mayfield. So Nick Wright from FS1's First Things First on the Baker Mayfield situation and how he thinks it should play out.
I want to present a different option. I think the Browns think Baker Mayfield is an immature child. They've made that very clear. So why shouldn't they want the Steelers to get him? Call up Pittsburgh. Say, hey, Pittsburgh, just give us a conditional second. We want to make sure he lands with you. Put your money where your mouth is. If you really think Baker Mayfield is a detriment at the single most important position in sports, if you don't think he's an adult, if his teammates don't like him, then you just have him take down the Steelers from the inside. So, yeah, I think it would be a mistake for the Browns to let Baker go to the Steelers, but I don't think the Browns should think that.
So, Quincy, if the Steelers give them a conditional second or a third, I think they'd trade him to the Steelers. I think they want the pick.
They're not turning down any conditional seconds, right? Like, that's just absolutely not going to happen. No. They're hoping to get a 6 at this point, right? So they're not turning down anything when it comes to Baker Mayfield. And if we want to talk about what's best for Baker Mayfield, I just think, maybe Baker Mayfield doesn't need to play this year. Maybe he needs to sit behind Tom Brady for a year and just do the Jameis Winston, right? Where Jameis was able to rehab his whole image after just sitting behind Drew Brees and then having a couple of spots where he had some good moments. And all of a sudden now Jameis Winston is a starting quarterback again in the NFL. This is what he needs to do, right? He needs to realize that teams look at him as immature. Whether he thinks it's true or not, he needs to understand that the perception is reality at this point. Teams think he's immature, so he needs to do what he can to make sure he's not seen as that anymore. And that's what Jameis did, man. Jameis had to sign for the minimum. And let's not forget, Jameis Winston coming out of college was looked at as like one of the better number one overall picks since like Andrew Luck. And even he had to go sign for the minimum because people thought he was immature. Baker Mayfield was not seen like that coming out of college. He wasn't even a unanimous number one overall pick in his draft. He was just the guy that got selected first. And, it's going to be a tough role for him. And I hope that he matures and he can play well somewhere else. If it's Pittsburgh, I'm not going to hope that for him, but anywhere else, I would hope that for him, right? But yeah, that's if I'm Baker in his camp, I think they just need to chalk up the L and just understand, all right, they think we're immature. We need to go somewhere where they'll believe we're mature. Josh McDaniels and Jameis Winston, that whole situation with Tom Brady or Drew Brees has done wonders for them. It could do wonders for Baker Mayfield. And Bruce Arians actually likes Baker Mayfield. So maybe he thinks he could be the solution at the Tom Brady. Like, that's where I would be thinking. But if their camp is focused on playing this year right now, I don't think that's going to work out the best for them.